Well, we look at our leaders for direction. We look at our leaders for aspiration and inspiration. But I think it's always important that whatever we try to do as a region, that there's political commitment, that there's ownership by our region through our leaders. And so I think it's always very important that we have the opportunity for our leaders to come on an annual basis and discuss priority issues that are of major concern to all of us. It makes a big difference when they actually commit themselves to important issues, because it means that there is that validation from at the political level. But it's always encouraging to see that our leaders are actually leading by making these decisions. And so for them to come together every year, I think it's a great opportunity. We carry the tag that we're not small islands, but we're big ocean islands, and I think that narrative, Blue Pacific narrative, gives a sense of identity for us. It rather than separates us, I think it actually connects us, gives a sense of purpose, a sense of identity. Within that broad context of the Blue Pacific narrative, for SPREP, most of our work that we do is marine related. So the work we do in biodiversity, we're dealing with marine mammals, whether it's ocean conservation relating to whales, dolphins, turtles, so forth. There's so much of the work that we do that relates to the Blue Pacific narrative, and biodiversity, climate change, to name a few other things. So it aligns very well with SPREP's mandates, but also SPREP's vision and the programs that we're carrying out at the moment. So it's quite fitting in terms of what we do. So one of the important decisions that was made by leaders was their commitment to ban single-use plastics and styrofoam. An issue that, as you're aware, is gathering enormous global attention, and we're pleased that the leaders actually made that decision. SPREP has followed that up. In fact, 2 weeks after the leaders' meeting, we met as the membership of SPREP, and the members made a decision to ban microbeads. So in addition to the leaders' commitment, there have been other decisions that have been made by the SPREP constituency that actually enhance that decision by the leaders. There's also been a ban on asbestos as well. So I mean, there's various sectorial work that has been done that actually reinforces that decision and commitment by leaders. I'm glad to say that a lot of our countries have taken it on board. And they're now moving towards putting in place an enabling environment in terms of policy framework legislation. And then, of course, the need to have technical options, solutions to plastics as an alternative. These are important things that are happening right now. But I'm glad to say that there's already a momentum, there's progress, and the countries are moving towards achieving the leaders' vision in terms of Blue Pacific narrative that entails a Pacific that's free of plastics. Well, it's an interesting theme, our people, our islands, our world. I think that it's always good to remember that the end point of the work that we do, whether it be SPREP or any of the other regional organizations, the input must be people. If it's not benefiting our communities, if it's not adding value to our people, then we need to be rethinking our strategy and our actions. And so it's always important to have people at the forefront, because in the solutions that we try to develop, whether it be climate change, biodiversity, they must be people focused. Our important asset is not infrastructure, is not grants that we get, it has to be the people that we have. And then islands, of course, if we have strong people, that means that we will have strong islands. And strong islands means that we're able to determine our own destiny, we're able to articulate our own vision. But that means that we become a stronger region if we have stronger islands. And then, of course, our will amount, I think it translates to having strong leaders that make strong political commitments and ownership of the decisions that they make. And so it's a very useful kind of theme to be thinking about. How do we go about, you know, developing policies and doing actions that is going to benefit our people, our islands, and obviously backed up by political commitment by our leaders.